Alright guys, we are back for more of my 2026 Valentine's Day special. We just played some Sonic X Shadow Generations for the Nintendo Switch, and that was a whole lot of fun. So, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 for the Nintendo Switch. Let's see how we're going to do on this game. Alright, let's do it. So we're just going to do some quick matches. And we're going to do a total of 10 events for this segment. So for the first event, we're going to start off with 100 meters. And we're just going to do buttons only. Of course, play as Mario. Alright, here we go. Alright, got the win in first place just like that. Certainly a great way to start things off with in the segment. So we got ourselves a gold medal. Alright, let's move on to the next event. Alright, so this time we're going to do swimming. Alright, see how what we do here. Make sure we keep a steady pace right here. Alright, not a bad turn. Alright, time to do our super swim. And there we go! Got another win in first place. Alright, so there's another gold medal. Okay, so for the next event, we're going to play some archery. We're just going to do individual. Alright, let's get into round number 1. But first, let's go ahead and take care of some quick practice. Alright, let's do it. Alright! Great start right there with a perfect bullseye. Alright, let's see if we can do it again. Yes, we will! Alright, 22.65 right there to start things off. And we're holding a very good lead in first place. Alright, time for round 2. Alright, now it's time to use the super shot. Let's make sure we try to make this count. Alright, very good. Alright, very nice shot. So this time we get 33.312 out of that. Put us up to 55.692. Or 55.962. Sorry about that. I apologize if I mixed up my scores a little bit right there for a second. But nevertheless, though, we are still in the lead in first place. Alright, final round. Alright, very good shot. So we get a super shot right there to end things off. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, I will certainly take that. Alright, 33.732 right there on that last round. And we get a grand total of 89.694. Alright, we once again pulled off the win right there in first place. And another gold medal is coming my way. Okay, for the next event that we're going to play, let's do surfing. I've got Vector, Silver, and Knuckles as my opponents. Let's see how we do on this one. It was a little early there. There we go. Alright, that does it for the first wave. Let's head into the next wave now. Alright, that wave is done. Let's keep going. Alright, we do have our super trick ready here, so we'll go and prepare to use that right here. Very good. Oh, too late right there. What the heck? Oh, there's a big wave. Ah, dang it. Messed up a jump right there. Alright, 5 seconds left. And that's it for that wave. But we're not going to have any time for the next one right there. But we got 407.126 right there for our score, which is pretty good. And that's going to be another win right there in first place. That's awesome. So we got another gold medal once again. Alright, let's see what happens now in the next event. Alright, so this time we're going to play karate. Alright, we're facing against Silver on this one. Let's do it. Take that! Alright, let's keep going. Yep, Yeah, baby. Alright, just a couple points away from the win. Feel very good about this. Alright, we got it. Alright, so there's another gold battle. Alright, we're all done with that event right now. Let's jump into another one. And we got 5 more events left to play here in the segment. Alright, this time we're going to play Rugby Sevens. Alright, we're just going to have some random teammates with us. Let's see who we're going to get. Donkey Kong, Vector, and Amy. Alright, looks like we're taking on Bowser, Knuckles, Luigi, and Blaze. Alright, let's do it. Oh god, that hurt. Yeah, baby! We gotta try! That's how I roll. So we got ourselves 5 points, and it's time to try to go for a conversion. Got it! Alright, that will give us another 2 points. Alright, got an early lead, 7-0. Let's keep it up. Alright! Another try right there. Well done. Alright, let's see how we're doing trying to go for this conversion. Got it! Literally right down the middle right there. That was perfect timing right there. Alright. So now it's 14-0. Oh, can we get another try right here? Oh, we were so close. It's okay. Alright, we're in extra time right now. Oh boy. Don't you dare try to tackle me. Oh boy. My opponents are trying to get away with the ball right now. Alright, well that's it for the first half. Alright, let's go into the second half now. Alright, let's bring out that boost. Oh boy. That's going to leave a mark. Oh boy. This is where we're getting pretty insane out here. Oh, we're out of bounds. So it's time for a line out. Oh, my opponent's caught the ball. That's alright. Darn it. Of course Bowser gets me there. Alright, let's use that boost there. Alright, there we go. This time you are going to get a try. Alright, let's go for another conversion. And we're going to get it. $21-0 now. Oh, got our boost ready. And there's a try once again. How about that? And this time we get a super bonus. going to get another successful conversion. Alright, time to go back into extra time. Oh boy. And time is up! So, we're going to get the win 28-0. That is how you pull off a great win. Alright, so we got another gold medal on that one. Alright, so anyways, we're going to play 4 more events in this segment. So the next few events that we're going to play are going to be in Tokyo 1964. And next up we're going to do the long jump. Alright, let's see how it goes.
Mario, first jump. Good pace. And the result is?
Alright, we end up with 7.302 meters right there on that first jump. Not bad. Alright, on to jump number 2.
On the second jump. Speeding up. Some real distance.
Oh, that looks really good. Alright, 7.699 meters. I'll take it. Alright, let's see how we do on our third and final jump.
On the final jump.
Alright, I like that. Alright, 7.489 meters. Not good enough to beat my distance on my second jump, but good enough. The good news, however, is that we are going to get the win right there in first place. So there's another gold medal. Alright, 3 more events left to play here in this segment. And next up we're going to do the 10-meter platform. Alright, let's go into my first dive, and we'll just start off with the easy one.
What intense focus. It was very strong. This should never add the summit and the rotation.
And we got perfect, just like that.
Amazing. What do the judges think?
48.8 right there to start off. Let's go to my second dive, and we're going to pick that one this time.
The crowd is watching quietly. It's begun. Perfect. Going for it. Add the summit. Going for it.
And another perfect!
A beautiful dive. Let's see the result. What an amazing...
Oh, interesting. We got 48 on that, even though it was a little bit higher in difficulty compared to my first dive. Surprisingly, it was not able to beat the score I got on my first dive. I was not expecting that. But nonetheless, let's get ready for our third dive, and we'll try this one now.
What intense focus. Here we go. The routine begins. This should net a hot. Add the somersault. Going for it.
And we've already got another perfect. Nice.
Amazing. What do the judges think?
76.65. That's more like it. Alright, final dive coming up. We'll end things off with a random one. And what do we get? Alright.
The routine begins. Perfect. And the rotation. This should net a. Going for it. And the rotation. Going for it.
And we got another perfect. Let's go.
A beautiful dive. Let's see the result.
102 right there for our score. That is outstanding.
There it is. The gold medal.
And just like that, we got another gold medal in first place. That is how I roll. Alright, we still got 2 more events left to go in this segment. And now it's time to do a marathon. Alright, looks like we're facing against my girlfriend Peach on this one. Well, very fitting right here, since it is a Valentine's Day special. Let's see how this turns out.
Signal. And we see Mario in the crowd. And we see Peach in the crowd. And the big race has begun. They're all moving briskly toward victory. They're splitting up into groups. Running in the slipstream will help reduce wind resistance. Now, what will happen at the race's midpoint? I'm sure all the runners will be reaching for some water. The athletes are starting to form groups. They should run in the slipstream. The runners need to keep hydrated.
We're really doing a good job out there so far in this event, as we're really keeping a nice pace. Oh, shoot! Let's hit the wall and ran right into an athlete.
Will he manage to grab a drink?
Still doing fine.
Gain an advantage by running in the slipstream. They're all running like the wind in this second half. I'm sure all the runners will be reaching for some water. They should run in the slipstream. The runners need to keep hydrated. This is it, the last leg of the race. Go, go, go!
Alright, we're approaching the home stretch right now in the event.
Will he manage to grab a drink?
Oh, I'm definitely feeling good about this.
The crowd roars.
Alright, on to the final sprint! And we got the win in first place! How about that? We barely beat Peach right there in a little under a second. That was quite good right there, if I do say so myself. Alright, so there's another gold medal. And let's head into our last event right here to finish things off for this segment. So let's go back to Tokyo 2020 right here for this last event. And we're going to finish things off with Dream Racing. Alright, let's do this. Oh, don't you dare try to bump me. Alright, 20 rings, I'll take them. Oh god, somebody just shocked us right there with lightning. That's got hurt. I'll do a special trick right here. Alright, we do get 20 rings. Alright, there's a shield. Might come in handy right here in case we do need it. Alright, well, good thing we had that shield out right there to protect ourselves from the laser. High speed shoe. Oh, we have our special trick ready. Okay! That is a very nice win right there in first place that we just pulled off. Alright, so we end up with a time of a minute 57.6 seconds. I do say is a very nice time. And we got a first medal! That is how you do it. Certainly a great way to wrap things up right there for this segment. And not only that, we did manage to successfully win all 10 of the events that we played, which is very exciting. So I'm glad we had a very awesome time out there for what I was expecting. And yeah, everyone turned out to be lots of fun. So anyways, that is going to do it for Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 for the Nintendo Switch as part of my 2026 Valentine's Day special. But we still have 4 more games left to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.